Well, good morning and welcome to day 3 of this collection caper. I wasn't expecting there to be a day 3, or maybe I was because I packed extra pants. It's currently snowing very slightly. I'm hoping that doesn't get any worse. Driving down a private track deep in the Wiltshire countryside where some friends, my friends Steve and Helly, put me up for the night, which was jolly decent of them. And so first of all he had a look at the diesel leak, and oh, there's the fans kicking in. As I'd hoped, it's actually the top lid on the pump is leaking, which is a bit annoying, but it means the pump doesn't need a rebuild, it just needs that top gasket replacing. So I'm going to be hunting this morning for that top gasket. So having confirmed that it wasn't a dead pump, which might well have rendered the car scrap, he then ordered up a rear spring, and there was a slight issue there because it turns out that the rear springs for these Omegas with the self-leveling suspension are no longer available. Although a chap at Vauxhall reckoned he could find one in Germany, and it would cost £400 plus VAT. No, thank you. So he's actually fitted a spring for a non-self-leveling car, which is slightly different, and we were a bit worried it might make the handling a bit peculiar, but he's getting a blooming good test down this bouncy track, and all seems well. Ideally I need to have the same springs each side, so I suspect I'll have to invest in another spring. You do want matching pairs really, especially if one's a slightly different spec to the other one. So hopefully that'll be alright. And as I say, the main mission today is to find some breakfast and then try and find this gasket for the fuel pump. Hopefully that's just 4 bolts, job done, get the exhaust taped, get my MOT pass, be on my way. But I've only got this morning to play with. It's currently 7:30. Hoping to get to the diesel specialist by 8:30, and hoping they have what I need. Just spilt my bloody tea because there's no cup holders. What sort of bloody executive car is this? How can you be executive without your cup of tea? Or probably fancy coffee. Anyway, bon appetit. Bit of a problem. Can't get the necessary seal for the pump, and having just spoken to a diesel specialist, he reckons that if you take the lid off, because it's a metering unit, you run the risk of buggering up the fueling. So that job has become somewhat undesirable. So I'm not going to get an MOT pass today. So I think I'm just going to have to bodge it with pants. This pair of pants will be worn no more. I'm going to whack this into the engine and wedge it in around the pump, so that'll stop the fuel leak. Well, it'll stop the fuel leak dripping, which is the main thing. Going from bad to worse this. I just got locked in park. I haven't been able to confirm if my brake lights are working yet, but something's gone wrong with the switch, so that when you press the button it won't release the lever. Fortunately, a quick Google has suggested that you can press this yellow button down here and then you can move it. Obviously I can't do that one-handed, but at least I will be able to move. I'm not sure about this car. I'm fast going off it. It's do or die time. So I have some blue wipe for tidying up, some big wipes for also tidying up and cleaning me up afterwards. I have some aluminium tape to bodge the exhaust. I have some degreaser to degrease things. And then, where's that go? Ah yes. I have this stuff, which claims to form some sort of stop leak ultimate repair gubbins. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And it's pretty desperate. It's actually snowing at the moment. And I'm in a car park with a KFC that's closed behind me. No toilets anywhere. It's quite irritating. I better get started. How I'm going to get in there to use the tape, I'm not quite sure, but I don't have much option at this point. So the pants are out. They've absorbed a fair bit of diesel. Degreaser's now acting. and hopefully I can get this sorted. Whoa. I think I'm getting somewhere. It's still snowing on me, but I'm still working away here. I've removed the pants. I've actually upgraded to aluminium tape, which I'm not going to pretend is going to last very long, but it might last just long enough to get an MOT without it pissing diesel everywhere, which might get me home. So now I need to do the exhaust, and I'm going to move to a different part of the car park, because this bloody truck's parked behind me and has made it a bit of a pain in the arse to work here. Onwards. Hey, pass. Oh, I've managed to stem the leak of diesel sufficiently to gain myself an MOT pass. The exhaust leak is okay, bodged up with tape. That's sufficient to pass an MOT, but I will probably need a new section of exhaust. And the spring obviously has been changed, so that's all good. That's very pleasing. It's been a quite stressful experience this morning, and now I can waft home. Oh. So longer term, I am going to have to do something about the diesel leak. That's not optional. I may have managed to stem it enough for it to be okay at the point of MOT test, but an MOT is only a snapshot in time. And while that means technically I don't have to worry about it for a year, I don't like the idea of driving a car that's leaking diesel. So as soon as we're out of Bristol city limits, I shall pull over, and I'm using some damp rags to absorb the diesel so it stays in the engine bay and doesn't drop on the road. Because hitting diesel on the road is not fun in anyone's book. What a palaver, eh? 3 days of mission. I do sometimes wonder why I bother. Oh, well, this is the life. I've got the cruise control set to 70ish, and we're wafting at the M5 as I avoid the chaos of the M4 bridges as usual. Well, all's well so far, but we shall see how it goes on the journey home. There's still 108 miles until we're home. Fair amount to go. Fair amount could still go wrong. Well, the good news is I've made it back to Wales. And as you can hear, the windscreen wipers are having to go because I'm back in Wales. It does appear to be a bit rainy, but that's good because there's snow on the hills, and snow would make life extra interesting. I have got a winter button on my transmission. I don't think that would save me if it was really snowy. Big fat tyres on a powerful engine, rear wheel drive. Still a recipe for exciting. I think I've had enough excitement on this trip. Thank you very much. All a bit murky out there. Some very nice views of the mountains, almost visible. Oh, that's exciting. Random relays clicking. We are back in beautiful Wales. The roads are clear. I'm going to engage sport mode, and I'm going to stamp on it and see what this car does. Gathers speed. Just before a bend. Yeah. I don't think you'd describe this car as brisk. It gathers pace. It reminds me in some ways like my old Mercedes W123 Saloon. Although that really was slow. That had 88 brake horsepower from a 3-litre engine. This isn't disgracefully slow, but yeah, a car of this class you kind of expect to get more of a shift on than that. Anyway, that seems a fine way of marking the end as we amble back into the county of Ceredigion in mid-Wales to wrap up this Project OMG collection caper. It's been an interesting few days, and I'm still not entirely sure I feel it was worth it. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. There'll be plenty more capers of various types this year involving my 2CV, and many other cars that will come and go. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again. Farewell.